in Chicago. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Get nowhere. Going nowhere.
And it's 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check me out. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Now Cousins. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
At the 36-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
18. Blue.
Now it's Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Done. 180. Mike 5-4. Here it comes.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. To throw again on second down. Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, 44 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's now second and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on, D. He's coming. Double up.
On second down, Cousins again. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Go! 180! 54. Man, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Big stop, G.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. A great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he's going to go down again. Everson Griffin providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 23. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Setting up the screen for Cook. The 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Bailey's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Well, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Here's Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Go! 180! Mike spot 4. Coming this way, here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. There he goes, left side. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 19-yard line. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out, and the Bears have retaken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, it's Cook. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Check, check. Lucky. Quaker Omaha.
On third down, Cousins. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. A toss to Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 56 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Check the backer. Check 3.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 15. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Stay with your man. Alert. Right there.
Trubisky will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Everson Griffin picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Complete to Allen Robinson. First and goal.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
3 bucks.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. The 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to regain the lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Lock in, lock in. Hey, Alpha. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, D.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
61, matchbox lights.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
At the 16-yard line.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.